Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5, and today we have the free pack number 2 on Ride 5 DLC list. So this is a free pack that includes 2 motorcycles, and this one right on screen right now is the Ducati Hypermotard 950 from 2019. So I've chosen a rather small track and a completely stock version of the Ducati Hypermotard, and I've got to say, I'm only in, a couple of corners in. Done old hole corner right there and then, and this bike feels great. Feels really responsive, and I like it a lot. I like the aesthetics of it. It looks a little bit strange in some regard, but I like the feeling and I like the sound. So far, so good. Now, I don't know what our potential is going to be in a track as small as the Foster Circuit of Alton Park, but I guess we're going to find out. So the plan is I'm going to do a couple of laps here, and then we'll move on to the next motorcycle. But of course, a free motorcycle pack within Ride 5 is always something to look forward to, and it's something to be very, very grateful for. So I'm happy so far. Free packs always makes me feel happy, but the premium DLCs, they've really got to show their worth. But for a free pack, I can't really complain. It's 2 bikes added to my already extensive library here in Ride 5, so good stuff from me so far. So I'm feeling quite positive and feeling quite excited about the potential of this video. But across the line, it's a 101.201, so I don't know what lap times really I should be looking at, but we're close now to the 101s, so I'm definitely going to be pushing to get into the 101 lap times. But I think we have a lot of potential maybe to get into the 59-second mark. Sub 1 minute would be great, but very nice into the right-hand side there. So I've been a little bit sluggish on Ride 5, and I haven't really been doing that much content on it. More or less doing everything on MotoGP 23, especially with the urgency to complete the Moto 2 career mode, which is coming on very strongly, may I add. So if you are looking forward to watching those, definitely let me know in the comments section down below. But we're already up by 0.2 of a second, and the more and more I play this game, the better feeling I get. And there's something I'm going to pay attention to right now in this corner, and that is what I needed to see. I don't know if you've been noticing it in my previous Ride 5 videos, but the rider under heavy braking seems to be acting rather strangely. If you watch the Yamaha R7 Cup, maybe not yesterday's video, but for the newer videos in that series, you'll notice that the rider starts to act extremely strange under heavy braking. The rider just starts tweaking and moving, and it's a very strange situation, and I don't know if it can be fixed, but I certainly hope that Milestone do fix it, because it's really bloody awful to look at. So we'll see for future videos, but for now it isn't noticeable, so I'm hoping, fingers are crossed, that it has been fixed. Now is a great time to mention as well that there was a recent update. I've got off the track, that's an invalidation, my apologies. But there has been a recent update to Ride 5 which has actually included the long-awaited and coveted game mode being the Race Director. Now, if you're familiar with the channel, you'll know why Race Director is important to me, because of course we did do a British Superbike Championship on Ride 4, and I want to replicate something like that, where we do the whole TV presentation, the whole graphics regarding the riders and the profiles and the teams and all the liveries, etc. It's going to be really cool. So I want to do that again on Ride 5, and now this update has arrived, we definitely can open those doors. I'm going to be a little bit busy for the next couple of weeks, but maybe in the near future, before Christmas maybe, we'll get a good competition going, and we'll try and get the culmination to end at Christmas or roundabout. So we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to the prospects here on Ride 5. But so far, let's get back to the pack, and we're on a fast lap here, and honestly, I feel really good. I'm really positive about the way this bike feels. I like it a lot. I'm going to have to start using it a bit more. I think I'm going to upgrade it after this video and really try and maybe chuck it in a career mode video, as a matter of fact. I said that last time with one of the other videos, and I think I ended up doing, but I just forgot to make the reference to it. But I like this bike a lot, and honestly, I think this is the lap we go into the sub 1 minute, I hope anyway. So to the left-hand side, we hook it up quite nice, and across the line, it is a 59-second 7.34. So those are my lap times on screen right now. Apologies, I only did the 4. I was actually expected to do 5, but we got into the 59s quicker than I thought. But feedback's great with that bike, so I'm happy to now to move on to the next motorcycle of this DLC. So this bike is the MV Agusta Rivale 800 from 2016. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have a lot of MV Agustas and even the Rivale versions in Ride 4 and Ride 5, so I don't know if I've already used this one in Ride 4. Possibly. But we'll see how it goes. And already, it feels a little bit sluggish in those corners. It didn't really have the turning speed that I thought it would. So maybe it's just the way I felt at that moment in time. But into the right... No, it's a bit heavy. It feels a little bit sluggish compared to the Ducati Hypermotard. Different circuit, different track conditions, I guess, but... oh, no, it just doesn't want to turn in. It hasn't got the same nimbleness as the other bike. I used to say the word nimbility. I wish that really was a word. It's I guess it can be our own word, can't it? The lack of nimbility. But yeah, it's not anywhere near as nimble as the Ducati. It feels okay, but I'm not particularly excited about this bike compared to the other one a moment ago. And it looks nice. I mean, I can't see any major issues looking at the bike. I can't see any glitches or defects. But yeah, actually, where is the exhaust? I don't know where the location of the exhaust is, but it's hard to see. Is it underneath, to the right-hand side? I guess I'll have to find out as this race progresses. I think it's right there. Yeah, it is, right underneath the right city boot of DrAce. But I don't know what our potential is for this time trial here. But again, completely stock motorcycle. And there is the triple exhaust actually on the right-hand side. Very nice. It got covered by a shadow when I was beginning to look for it a moment ago. But into Redmond Corner. I find that I'm going into these corners rather slowly. Bike just feels a little bit sluggish somewhat. Oh, and a bit of a wheelie there coming out of the right-hander. Couldn't get the front end down. That's not going to help us with our lap times. But into the right-hand side now, again going quite deep. Yeah, this bike's just not very nimble. I didn't actually see what the weight is for both of these motorcycles, but this bike seems to be a little bit heavy. I can't seem to move it in how I would want it to, so shout out to that marshal on the right-hand side here, wielding a yellow flag, prepared to see me go down. But now into the right-hand side. Okay, that's up by 1/10 of a second in the first split. Now into turn 2. And a back change to the left-hand side. So I'm going to upshift into turn 3 now, because we did get a wheelie on that change of direction for the first 2 laps. And now when we upshift to third, that does stop that from happening. We're still using no electronics, no ABS, no anti-wheelie, and no traction control. Bikes feel significantly better for me. I'm a rather sensitive player. The fingers on the triggers, I need the smallest amount of touches for things to work. And if I require a bit more than that, I'm not a big fan. So it works well for me. But ooh, a little bit wide onto the outside of the curb there. We were good actually as we drop into the 53s for the first time this video. I actually thought that would invalidate the lap going on so much of the curb. And apologies if you can hear my cat in the background there. She's doing her nails on the scratching post. It's quite loud. But anyway, back to business. This is the Piper circuit and this is the Piper corner. Got to brake nice and early for the bridge. Seems to be pretty good. Nice and tight to the apex of Redmond there. And we got to go nice to the apex here. The right-hander could go a little bit tighter, but the exchange on the second part of the apex was beautiful. Really like the way we did that. Down by 1/10 of a second as we now go to the right-hander for the final corner. Nice. That's much, much better. We bring on the power. Might have been a bit too early there. We dropped the wheel onto the sand, and yes, that has invalidated the lap time. But that's a good thing, because now it means I'm going to have to do at least 2 more laps in this video, because I do not want to end on an invalid lap. So we'll see what our potential is on this invalid lap. Now I always say, just because you've invalidated doesn't mean you should stop and immediately return to the pit. The point here is that you have no inhibitions. So it doesn't matter what lap time you do now, and it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, because you're not pushing for a particular lap time, because it's already invalid. So you might as well just go full gung-ho and see what happens. Throw it at the wall and see what sticks. Already achieved 7 miles of the MV Agusta, about the same as what we did with the Ducati a moment ago. Nice to the apex of the Mike Knight corner. And now again to the right-hand side. Much better. Much cleaner. I did notice I was going on too early on the power. And as we just line up the motorcycle, we get across the line. It's not a 52 second. I think that's a bit ambitious. But we could probably get a mid 53 second. But still struggling in that first corner. This bike's not resonating well with me, to be honest with you. It's just not working. We're down by 0.2 of a second in the first split. And that's a bit of a mess going into the Piper corner. Can we get it underneath the brakes, underneath the bridge? Good apex. Beautifully done there. And again for the right-hander, I want to drop in, keep it in oh, that's not tight. But on the exit, has that worked out well? I guess we'll see in a moment. No, we're down by the Jonathan Ray number of time. 65,000th of a second, and now into the right-hand side. You know what? I don't think we should end the video there. Let's give it one more go. I want to end on a positive, so let's get an extra lap in, ladies and gentlemen, and see what we can do. Oh, it was an improvement, though. I was surprised. A 53.767. Not bad, but much better in the first corner. I find that braking a lot earlier is helping. I really need to accommodate the understeer of this this naked motorcycle. And now to the back, and then back to the left-hand side. The Rivale into the left-hander. Can we straighten up the bike? We need to brake roughly where the bridge is, up by 0.2 of a second. This could put us right in the bracket that I was assuming we'd get to. A 53.5, 53.4. Could be good. Nice apex to Hobbs. Lift on the power. Get to the right-hand side. Careful of the sand and the dust on the left-hand side of the track. Brake early for the final corner. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. Very nice apex on the exit. Straighten up the bike quickly. Yes. We're in the track limits, and across the line, it is a 53.5. So bang on where I was looking. So there you are then, guys. Those are my 7 lap times here in the Piper Circuit of Okayama. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below, and let me know which bike out of the 2 that you prefer in this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in tomorrow's video. Ciao for now.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.